Welcome to Diary of an Ex-Ho. I'm Cheri Hardman. I'm your ex-ho, and today's guest is Derek Gladson. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. And remember the old saying, always bridesmaid when you're a hoe.
My name is Derek Gladson. I'm a comedian and podcaster from Centralia, Washington. I am a straight male. I am engaged to the love of my life. We just bought a house together. Yeah, things are exciting. Things are good. Did I forget anything in there?
Pronouns.
Pronouns: he, him,
Okay.
dude, bro.
All right. Next thing we do is we do a marry, shag, kill. I'm just going to say I always try to orient it to the person that I'm talking to. Let me go get it while I'm talking to you. And make sure you can see it.
All right.
Okay, so I saw a clip of your podcast when you had our friend Mike Hansen on, and you guys were talking about Popeye. Okay. So, using that as a reference, we're going to have 3 people here. You need to marry one, shag one, kill one. And we have cartoon chicks. So you have Olive Oil, Rosie the Maid from the Jetsons, and Betty Rubble. Who are you going to marry? Who are you going to shag? Who are you going to kill?
God. Oh man, I gotta shag Betty. I mean, come on, she is a piece. She is fine. I'm going with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna, God, between a robot and Olive Oil, I don't know. Rosie would be kind of nice to marry. I mean, she'd get stuff done around the house. It'd be pretty convenient. So I'm gonna marry.
I'm gonna say no nagging. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. She's programmed to all my needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Rosie. And Olive Oil. I'm sorry, you gotta go. You gotta. I'm just not a big fan of her.
All right. Bye, Olive Oil. All right. Have you ever hooked up with anyone because of comedy?
No, but I was a musician before I did comedy, and I definitely hooked up with people doing music. But I was already engaged by the time I got into comedy.
Okay. Yeah. I know, same. I was, already married, but I always wonder, how it would be different if I was single.
Yeah, I've got flirted with for sure. I've had like girls try to buy me drinks and different things like that, but yeah, never. I was already out of the game by then.
Yeah, I guess we missed the comedy sex.
Right.
I don't think we missed much, really.
Yeah, I don't see many of my friends getting my comedian friends having very good stories about any person they've hooked up with because of comedy.
Yeah, if they do it, they don't brag about it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
are your parents together, or were they together when you were growing up?
Yeah, my parents are still together to this day.
Still together, wow. Okay, so would you say they have a good relationship?
Yeah, my parents are definitely, yeah, have a very loving relationship. Most of my friends growing up did not have. It seems like most of my friends, their parents were divorced, and I come from a home where, yeah, there was a lot of love in the house and everything like that. But
That's
so,
great.
yeah.
So do you think that has affected how you do your relationships?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Because I feel like a lot of people that I've dated, they come from a chaotic household, so they tend to search that out in their relationships. Like they almost find a sense of comfort in the chaos.
Mhm.
Whereas I'm the opposite. I don't want to deal with any drama whatsoever. As soon as there's a hint of it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm out. Like
Yeah,
I don't, yeah.
yeah, I get that.
And
Um,
my, uh, I can always remember because I just add one to my age, but my parents have been married for like 37 years.
wow.
Yeah, and they're still, yeah, still just as much in love as like the day they were married. They're a great example for a relationship. Definitely.
That's great. You're lucky to have had that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you now about what I call your sexual awakening. So when you first realized there was a thing called sex, or whether it was something you observed or changes in your body or whatever, can you tell me about that?
So it all started with this video game called Tomb Raider. You remember? You ever heard of that game? Well, back on the PS1, they hadn't quite figured out tits on video games yet. They're still kind of like triangles.
Okay.
But even those triangle tits, they did it for me. I was hooked ever since then. I was like, okay, this is what I like.
Do you still prefer your tits in a triangular shape?
I've evolved on my tit shapes and liking, but no, even back then, that's all we had. Right. Well, yeah, that was the big one. I think that was the big one I remember.
Did you have any celebrity crushes?
Celebrity crushes. I was as a kid, I was really into the Pink Power Ranger. I was a big fan of her. I'm trying to think. And then into Padmé, Natalie Portman, when Star Wars when the episode 1 Star Wars hit. Oh yeah, that was a big one.
Cool. Hey, I just have a question because now that I thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Pink Power Ranger, were the other Power Rangers just nameless by their color, or did they have names?
No, it's Kimberly. That was her name.
Oh, she did have a name.
Yeah, they all had names. There's 2 girls. The pink and yellow one were girls, and the rest were all dudes.
Got it. I've only heard Pink Power Ranger, so that was interesting. Okay, just checking in on that. Do you have a type?
No, I'm pretty wide open. Like I've definitely dated all different types, and I don't really have, as long as I just click with the person, I'm not, I don't really have a type per se. It just depends on like the connection that I have with the person.
Right.
But I'm very open to all different types.
Okay. Oh, do you have any turnoffs?
Yeah. I would say that now, since I quit smoking cigarettes, like if a girl smokes, it drives me insane. Mm-hmm. Mostly because I hate the smell now, and it makes me jealous and mad at them that they get to enjoy cigarettes when I quit them. I'm like, I can't put up with that.
I quit smoking in the year 2, so 25 years ago I quit. And every now and then I still have a dream that I'm out like drinking, and I'm like, oh, I can smoke when I'm out. It's okay. I just have one, like, why am I still having that dream 25 years later?
Oh yeah, it doesn't go away. Like anytime I see a movie and someone's smoking in a movie, I get so mad because I'm just like, that looks good.
Right.
Every time I tried to have like a drag of a cigarette, like maybe 4 years after I quit when I was drinking. Like I did that scenario where I'm like, I'm out. I'm gonna have one. I took one drag while drunk and just got violently ill. So yeah, so don't do it. Don't give in to that.
No.
fantasy.
I promised myself that once I quit, I was just never gonna touch it again.
Oh, I'm gonna turn off my fan really quick. I just thought making noise. That should make my audio clearer.
Okay. All right, where are we? Oh, yeah, cigarette smoking. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a turnoff. I'm trying to think of any other turnoffs.
All right, shower up, people. Okay. Did you have any like mainstream movies that had like a love scene or a sex scene that you always like wanted to go back to?
Oh, I jerked off to Titanic so much I ruined the tape. Like rewinding Kate Winslet's tits, that VHS, like that part 2. I I think it was part one. Maybe it was the end of part one. I'm trying to remember which there's a double VHS tape, you know. I
Right.
remember one of those tapes got a lot more play than the other. I'll say that much.
Uh, all right. Do you watch porn?
Oh, here we go. Let's go. I've been talking about it so much lately. I just got into VR porn and
Okay.
it is incredible. Have you done VR at all?
No.
Not even regular
No.
non-pornographic VR. Okay. It is another level when you take that into the porn world. And I've been talking about it on stage and all kinds of things. But yeah, it is wild how realistic and how much it jars your senses and everything like that. You know, it makes you feel like you're in front of the person in the VR. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, it is next level. There's I could talk about this for a while, so I don't know
Go
how long
ahead. Go ahead.
you want me to go for.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Because basically, you know, there's all kinds of the world of VR porn is pretty wild, like with the 4K and all that kind of stuff. But like I was talking about it last night on stage about how I realized that I knew I was more fat than horny because I was watching this specific MILF porn. In the beginning, she's in the kitchen, she's making a pie in the kitchen, and then you guys start fucking, and the whole time, all I could do was just look over at the pie on the counter. I was like, oh man, that pie looks so good. Every time we switch positions, we'd be in another angle, and I would have to find the pie again. I would look. I was like, "Where's the kitchen cat? Oh, there it is. The can of Ready Whip right next to it.
Uh,
Oh man, it's crazy. And there's all these parodies. Like for Halloween, I downloaded a Hocus Pocus VR porn, and they start out all like old, and then they absorb this guy, and they get all three get hot, and then you have a threesome with them or
is it
foursome.
like the real Hocus Pocus actresses or just a?
Oh, oh
Okay.
heavens no. No, they dress up like them, but I don't think they're. Wait, who's the one main one? Is it Bette Midler? What's her name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think they're pulling her into porn. I don't think she's that hard up yet for catch.
Well, I thought, boy, that's asking for a lawsuit. So yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
no, they always skate just around copyright law.
Right. Hmm.
But yeah, a lot of fun parodies. Scooby Doo. There's a good Velma one. She drops her glasses.
Uh,
Things escalate from there.
do all guys have a thing for Velma?
Yeah, I think so.
Seems like it.
Which is funny because you would think that it would be is Daphne is the other one, right? See, I
Yeah.
forgot her name. That's how uninterested I am of her.
Uh-huh.
She seems just like she would not be even funnier. The Fred is the one that's hooking up with Velma in this scenario.
Oh, really?
But yeah, so he's going that he's cheating. Kind of makes it even more exciting.
Uh,
Um,
that's interesting. You know what I think about this, and this just shows that I'm an old woman, basically. But I imagine doing VR and getting motion sickness.
my fiance gets real bad motion sickness when she plays. But I found like you can do the Dramamine thing, or there's another trick where if you put a fan that blows on you, it will kind of orient like yourself to the room where you have a point of reference, and it kind of helps with the motion sickness of it.
Interesting. When
It's
I
worse
try,
on video games. It's worse on video games than it is on porn. Porn, you're kind of just like staring at like one thing
right?
where you're not like spinning around doing some
Yeah,
crazy shit.
yeah. Um. Okay, where are we? Uh, do you think that porn has had any effects on your life?
I got into porn way too early. So I think so. I think I've always had like a like crazy hypersexuality because of exposure to porn at a young age. Um, so I would say that kind of thing definitely. But people are like, you talk about VR porn all the time. Like, is that hurting your relationship with your fiance because you're watching VR porn all the time? And no, it's like the opposite. Like it's she hits me with the can VR do this? She's like, she took it as a challenge. She's like, oh fuck that shit. I can show you things that that your little fucking dumbass computer can't do shit, you know? Like
Uh, how important is sex to you on a scale of 1 to 10?
mm, I feel like it is in a relationship, it is important. Like uh probably around an 8 or so. Like it's important that you have a good sexual chemistry with your partner, you know. I've had relationships where you know that was it that where on a friendship level we were great, but on a sexual level we weren't. And so it's good to make sure you have a balance of both those things. And that's why I'm like I instantly proposed to my fiance now because I knew, you know, we've been engaged for 2 years. We just bought a house and now we're gonna actually start planning our wedding. So but yeah, we dated for about 2 years before I proposed. But yeah, I knew she was the one because we
Oh,
had that both, you know, both on
right,
both levels.
right. What is your definition of amazing sex?
Ooh, amazing sex. You know, when you, oh, damn train. I just when you have that connection with someone where I definitely like it when when you're in love with someone and I know it sounds, I don't know if that sounds cheesy or not, but like that kind of connection, I like that. That's amazing. The amazing sex when you're like truly can trust the person, you can truly, fully be yourself with them. And I'd prefer that rather than just a one night stand type hookup where it's just like, going all crazy or whatever. I like passionate sex more than anything.
Uh, yeah. I was going to say about something you just said. Oh, connection, I think is the number one word people use to answer that question.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because there's something about that where where you're with that person, like two people become one. Um, when you're doing it right, at least,
Right. Well, and I think um, even it doesn't even have to be that. It can just be sometimes there's just a connection that you feel with a stranger that's like uh,
just
flash in the
crazy.
pan. Here it is today, and it'll be gone tomorrow. But for that moment, there's something there.
Yeah, that really intense chemistry. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true, and I've been there as well. So yeah, I can definitely agree to that. There is something hot
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
But my therapist, well, and other stuff that I've learned have said that when you have that, like with a stranger, that is the sick part of you being attracted to the sick part of them. Like if you're just drawn to somebody, that's usually like a warning sign.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there's been people like that where I'm attracted to them that way because they're the wrong person. Yeah, because they're everything that I shouldn't be dating, but
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
And I
right.
have had a relationship with those girls too, where I'm like, I knew it should
Mm,
have been a flash in the pan, but I stuck around and that
right.
gets toxic.
Sure. Let's go to the wheel of dirty questions.
All right.
Got to share the sound so we can hear the wheel spinning.
Spin that
Gotta
wheel.
get out of this. Go away.
What was the
All right.
basketball players? The basketball players.
It was because Vanessa Dawn was talking about basketball players' hairstyles. So,
I was like, was that my original Mary Shag kill?
what is your favorite sex toy?
Ooh, sex. I haven't I haven't bought a sex toy for me. There's actually things that hook up with the VR porn where they sync up and go, but I'm not going there. Like I'm stopping here. You know, it's like when you're in Vegas, you know when to stop and get out. Like
Right.
that's my point. I'll get sucked into the matrix. I'll never be able to. I'll have to become Neo to make it out of the VR porn matrix.
Right.
But I've used a vibrator on someone else while I'm having sex with her, you know?
Mhm.
And then that does, you know, it's kind of not, you kind of get some extra vibrations from that. It's not bad. But yeah, that's pretty much like I haven't done a lot of sex toys if I can think of it. I've never done like a pocket pussy or any kind of thing like that before.
You want to spin again then?
We can spin this thing all day. I don't got shit to do. I'm hanging out.
When was the last time you had sex?
Yesterday morning, or yeah, about yesterday morning. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Took a great nap afterwards. Took a nap and then went and did some stand-up comedy and did a podcast. It was a good day.
Yeah, sounds like it. Um, how's your body image?
Not great, but I've fluctuated a lot in my life because I'm a recovering addict. I was addicted to heroin for years. I have 13 years clean from heroin. And
Okay.
so I
Yeah.
was really small during that time. You know, much lighter, smaller body, and I gained like 100 pounds from getting clean. When I got clean, I gained a bunch of weight, and so since then, I was fat before the heroin too. So it's kind of normal, but I've never really felt great about it. You know, I'm used to it. I'd say that I'm at least comfortable in my skin, but doesn't mean I don't want to like change things.
Got it. Got it. What's the best compliment you've ever gotten on your naked body?
Uh, well, I got compliments on my body a lot when I was skinnier because my dick looked a lot bigger. But you,
They say for like every 30 pounds you lose or gain or whatever, you if you gain, you lose an inch of your penis.
oh yeah, it's not great, you know. I do a joke about it, but it might be a little bit too offensive. It's a yeah, I won't do.
Can you hear my dogs?
Mm-mm.
Okay, they're barking. So, somebody probably walked down the street and the how upsetting that is.
Yeah,
Um,
son them off. I got to show them who's boss.
so, do you have any sexual regrets?
Mm, no, not really that I can think of. Uh, I mean, there's girls I probably shouldn't have got involved with that were just like crazy and made my life crazy for a while. But
Mm.
as far as far as sexual regrets, no, not really. It's all been good.
Oh, that's good.
I
Do you
mean,
have
there's
anything?
probably hookups. There's probably hookups, you know, like now I'm thinking about, but I don't really have much regrets in anything. I always like think that I'm in the place in my life where I am right now because of what I did to get here, you know.
Right, right.
I believe like everything has a reason and a point to it.
Well, and you sometimes you learn a lot from stuff that you uh, maybe shouldn't have done. So there's no use regretting it because you got some knowledge or wisdom out of it.
Yeah, you learned what not to do. And
Yeah.
and that like got me to where I met the love of my life, you know, that's like like for instance, like you know, I always dated people that weren't into the things that I was into, and on our first date, we went to go see Star Wars in the theater, the newer ones, and she knew all the deep cut references, you know, on our first
Oh,
date, and I like the fucking crazy little stuff that people don't know, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna marry this girl,
yeah.
and then and then I proposed to her at Disneyland. I popped the question in front of the Millennium Falcon with a
In
Star
front
Wars,
of what?
the Millennium Falcon at
Oh,
Disneyland,
got it.
and you know the big ship,
Mm.
and had a Star Wars ring, well two Star Wars rings. They're the Han Solo and Leia rings, and yeah, pop the question. So it's like all of those mistakes got me to that moment, the most important moment. So I definitely don't regret things. I try not to regret anything.
Right, right.
Oh, there we go.
Here she is.
Yeah.
All right. Be good. Okay.
She said, I just need some stage time to do my type 5. Let me on the camera.
Yep. All right, where were we? Regrets. Do you have anything left on your sexual bucket list that you haven't tried yet?
No, not really. I've already done like the big one. I feel like every guy was like threesome with 2 girls. That's like what they always say. And I've done that. So I'm other than that, I would say that I'm very sexually satisfied. Like I do have a very high sex drive. But between VR porn and my fiance, I'm like taken care of, I'm fine. So and I feel like I've already done everything. I don't think that I would have ever proposed to anyone unless if I had like crazy sexual bucket list things where I would have never like been like, now's the point to settle down. Like I've had all the crazy sex and crazy places and all that kind of stuff, excitement and all of that. I did that, in my 20s, and
Right.
now I'm getting to my late 30s and I'm like pretty good. I'm ready to chill out, watch some VR porn, buy a house with the love of my life and chill.
Well, good. What's your hoe song? Like
My
when you
whole
hear
song.
it, it kind of wakes up your hoe spirit.
I'd say that the Good Cushion Alcohol song. Have you ever heard that song?
Maybe.
Oh, some good cushion alcohol. Oh, that thing. I got some damn bitches I can call. That shit. I fucking woo. It wakes me up in my 20s, and I'm like in a passenger seat with a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels and a cigarette. I'm like, yeah, let's go find some hoes.
Sometimes I think it's miraculous that we all survived our 20s,
Right.
stuff that we
Yeah.
did.
Oh, 100%. I should not be here today.
Yeah. I should have been killed by a serial killer a long time ago.
Right.
So what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Derek Gladson Comedy. Oh, hey, if we're wrapping up, I got one more. Oh, wait, did we get to the tell a sex story?
No, not yet.
Okay,
We're
okay. My
doing this
Instagram.
first. We're doing
Okay, I didn't
first.
know. I didn't know if we skipped it.
Okay,
Okay.
so hang on. This will come out. This is what day is it today? Wednesday?
Today's the first, October 1st, Wednesday.
Okay, I'm not going to put this out today because that's my usual day. So a week from today, this is going to come out. So do you have anything you want to promote?
But yeah, actually, perfect. That'd be like on the 8th. So October 10th, I am with Jeremiah Hughes in Aberdeen, Washington at Messy Jesse's. Come check it out. Oh God, I'm trying to remember the headliner's name. I think I hope I don't mess this up, but Brent Lowry, maybe.
Oh,
Uh, I think that
it's
was
great.
the
Very.
headliner.
That's
Yes.
good. Gonna drive out and drive back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another comedian buddy that wants to ride out there with me and hang out. So Jacob Barber, shout out. He's
Oh,
gonna ride out there with me.
oh. All right. So the other thing I wanted to say was you also have an open mic there in Centralia, correct, on Tuesdays?
Yep, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Juicebox Jokers. It's at the Juicebox in Centralia, Washington. Check it out. We got a lot. Actually, we're gonna get more time. They just moved the music open mic, so we're probably gonna get an extra hour that we can use. So more spots. A lot of times it fills up and people couldn't get in. Now we'll have more spots, so more people can go up every week. So it'll be cool.
I know. I keep thinking about going down there, but it's a kind of a long drive.
Yeah, it's a trek for
Yeah.
sure.
But I had fun when I was down there and did that show down there.
Yeah, I heard your show was
So
awesome.
it was fun. I'd like to
Everyone that. Oh, yeah, sorry.
no, I'd like to come down there and do another show. So
Definitely.
all right. Okay, so now we're at the time where you're gonna tell me a sex story. Doesn't have to be in any, whatever you think is going to amuse the audience.
Well, the thing when you said that to me earlier, what it made me think of was because like you, oh my, I have lighting, my lighting went out. Um, so you always think of having sex in like fun or strange places, or like, uh, so one time we went to a Mount St. Helens viewing center, and we're at the viewing center, and it's the most beautiful, picturesque, looks like a postcard. You're just looking at, have you ever
Right.
been up there to Mount St. Helens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They open the curtains up and it's like, ooh.
Yeah, we're at the one right before the observatory. Yes, I've done the curtains one. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But the one right before that on the
Okay.
road,
Okay.
and you
Okay.
can you have the most beautiful view of the mountain down there. You're close to the base of it.
Okay.
And we realized that no one was there with us. There was no cars in the parking lot. There was no one. And
Ah.
so I just bent her over that information sign, and just and I had the view of the mountain. And it was the most incredible thing. I was like, this is what our ancestors felt like, just like meeting at the base of a mountain.
Right.
Just it was just the coolest
Yeah.
thing ever.
Like you're a king or a god or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I was like, who has got to experience this present day and age? I'm just like, is the most, yeah, it was an incredible feeling. It was like adrenaline rush as well, because we're like, anyone could be here at any time. And then when we go back out to the parking lot, there was two old people in their car, and they must have pulled up during, and I think they were watching. I'm pretty sure they were watching, because they had the perfect view. There's no way they couldn't have seen like my ass, like they were watching my ass. So we just hurried up and got in the car and got out
Right.
of there. But it was exhilarating.
Yeah, I bet. Well, that's a cool place to do something like that.
Right. Like that's what I'm talking about, like the bucket list thing. I'm like, I had sex at the base of a mountain. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm good. uh, like I also did another crazy. I had sex in the Tacoma Dome.
In
Uh,
the Tacoma Dome?
at the top row, there's like a support beam that like comes up, and so it was actually our high school football team. They did the state championships at the Tacoma Dome. And during that game, me and my girlfriend in high school snuck off. And at the top one, you can crawl your body and kind of like line your body up on the thing, and she can get on top. And you're a little bit obstructed. Like you can still see from the seats, like looking up. But we just did it in doggy on the rafters in the Tacoma Dome during a state champion game, like with
Huh?
people like screaming and cheering and all that. So
That's a pretty good one.
I've had some crazy
You
experiences.
have done some good ones.
I've lived some life.
Well, that's good. That's how it should be, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we hit everything now. Oh, no, I already asked you that. Okay, we're good. All right. Well,
Oh, can
thank you
I
for
put one
being
more
here.
thing?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so yeah, Instagram, TikTok, all of that is Derek Gladson Comedy. I'm also on a podcast called Open Mic Heroes. We every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. we release an episode. We have comedians from all over the Pacific Northwest. We'd love to have you on one time. If you want to come on and do it. We the only problem is we shoot out in the middle of nowhere and it's late at night. We
Mm.
shoot on Tuesdays after the mic. But yeah, we have comedians on every week. We do we do a podcast, and then we do like little improv sketches and stuff at the end. It's really fun. Check it out. YouTube, Spotify.
All
Yeah,
right. Cool. Cool. All right. I usually say my shows, but I don't feel like it. So just look at sherihardman.com if you want to know where I'm going to be. All right. Thank you again so much for being here. It was a lot of
yeah,
fun. And this episode will be out next Wednesday, so I'll be sure to tag you. And thank you so much for coming on.
yeah. Thanks for having me. This was fun.
All right. Have a good afternoon.
You too. I'll see you
All
later.
right. Bye.
Bye.